Margaret Corbin is my superhero. She stood by her husband in the Revolutionary War. Now I'm going to tell you all about Margaret Corbin. I was born in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania on November 12, 1751. I was orphaned at the age of 5 and raised by my uncle because my parents were attacked by Native Americans. My dad was killed and my mom was kidnapped, never to be seen again. My brother John and I were not home at the time and escaped the attack. I married my husband John Corbin when I was 21 years old. John joined the Revolutionary War 4 years after we married. I decided to go with him. I cooked and washed clothes for soldiers. I also nursed wounded soldiers. On November 16, 1776, while we were stationed in Fort Washington, New York, we were attacked by British and Hessian troops. John was stationed as a cannon gunner. He was ordered to stay until he was killed. I assisted him at the cannon. While we were loading the cannon, John was shot and killed. With no time to grieve, I took over the cannon until I was wounded by grape shot. I tore my shoulder, mangled my chest, and lacerated my jaw. Our fort was captured by the British, and all American soldiers, including me, were paroled. We were ferried across the river to Fort Lee. Then I was transported in a jolting wagon to Philadelphia. I never fully recovered from my wounds. I had to live without my husband and use for my left arm the rest of my life. The place where John and I fired the cannon was on top of a ridge, now known as Fort Ticonderoga. I was the first woman to receive pension from the United States government. As a disabled soldier, the British sadly won the Battle of Fort Washington. I died in Highland Falls, New York on January 16, 1800, when I was 49 years old. In 1926, the Daughters of the American Revolution had my remains moved from my obscure grave and reburied behind the old Kearney Chapel in the West Point Cemetery. They also elected a monument for me near the place where the battle happened in Fort Ticonderoga Park, which is in New York City. There is a bronze plaque which includes Margaret Corbin, the first American woman to take a soldier's part in the War of Liberty. Now that I have told you all about Margaret Corbin, I hope you will think about making her your superhero too.